Again!
Fire.
I'm great. I have had a great time in Europe so far. I'm happy to be back here. I haven't played Europe in like, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years because of quarantine. So I'm glad that things are coming back and I like love the crowds over here. Feels like home.
Fire.
I'm super stoked because I love this venue to begin with because the sound in here is amazing. I played here like 8-9 years ago once. It was this crazy DJ battle and they had like a boxing ring in front of the stage with like wrestlers fighting to the dubstep. It was fucking crazy. Yeah, the sound is amazing in here and French crowds just go like really hard. When I lived in Europe, most of my shows would be in France, in like Lyon, Paris, in the drop and bass, splash parties. Fucking dope. I think I like started trying out the software around the age of like 11, 12 and then really got into producing more electronic stuff at like 14, 15. If you take it from the very beginning, like 15 years. There were some other aliases before, like Key Generator was my thing for a while on like MySpace, and then eventually, I think when I was like 15, 16 or something, I started uploading stuff to SoundCloud under Virtual Riot. I don't know how that name came to be. I wasn't good at English at the time. I thought it sounded cool. Yeah. Now I'm just stuck with it, but it's okay. That could be worse. It is quite all over the place, kind of, where I would sometimes start with a melody, sometimes I would just play piano and find chords or something, or sometimes I just start by making random bass sound and then, oh, this sounds cool, make a pattern out of it, and then I would have the entire drop done, then make the rest of the song, the intro and the outro, sometimes just start with the intro and then get into it, so it's a little bit different every time, but yeah, whatever like gets you there. There's no real structure, but maybe that's good because then it stays exciting. I listen to a lot of like emo and screamo because that's like what I grew up with. Bands like Enberlin, Alexis on Fire, Funeral for a Friend, Enter Shikari, Under Oath. Obviously like Bullet for My Valentine back in the day as well. I also really like the more chill electronic stuff like Bonobo, Fortet, Burial of course, and some like more experimental shit like Baths. Recently gotten into hyperpop a little more, like Sophie obviously, rest in peace, was amazing, and there's a lot of other artists who like go into the same direction like Dylan Brady and Underscore, so I really love their stuff. To make the music they want to listen to. When I was in school, some friends, while I was still making music, were like asking me like, hey, do you listen to your own music? As if they were asking me like, do you masturbate to your own pictures? Like with this judgmental kind of attitude, and I was just like, of course, because I would make what I like to listen to, of course I would like listen back to it. But my approach was always like, I would listen to other people's music and think, I really like this, but if I made this, this is how I would do it and change it. And there's no shame in also like trying to recreate other people's sounds. For example, for me, when I started, I obviously wanted to make all the Skrillex sounds, but you will never like make them exactly the way they did. But in the process of trying, you learn a lot about sound design. You might find your own trick and ways and techniques that then eventually shape your own sound. I guess now, like in terms of promoting yourself, back then it was like kind of enough to upload your stuff to YouTube, and SoundCloud was like a little more the platform back then. Right now, I really don't know. I guess it's like more Instagram, TikTok, make reels and funny videos and stuff and get your name out there. And if your stuff is good enough, then labels will hit you up. You like don't waste your time sending demos to label demo emails that don't even listen to them and then think because they don't reply, oh, it's not good enough or something. There's definitely more of an incentive now to like build your brand as well and like go beyond just like the music you make, like have some sort of concept with it. Like I know, for example, Monster Cat really ask for, if you're a new artist and you want to release on Monster Cat, they want like a whole concept from you. Like, oh, this is the sort of world building I'm trying to do. This is where I want to go. This is what the live show would be like. And they really want to see that you've really thought out where you would want to take this act. And I feel like that's become a little more important than just making the music.
Come on!
Oh yeah, it's actually a fun story attached to this. So when I met Skrillex for the first time, that was really cool. He texted me when I was in LA, gave me his number. I just woke up and I was like so nervous. I was like immediately getting into the car, Ubered there, and then my friends who I was living with, like the Disciple people like Rossi and Dan from Astronaut, as soon as I was in the car there, they were like, dude, did you put on deodorant? And I was like, no. And he was like, yo, this is a bro moment. We're gonna come, we're gonna follow you in a car, we're gonna bring you some deodorant right now. So then when I got there, I had to like wait 5 minutes. Then they came there, they gave me some deodorant so I would like not smell weird because I just got out of bed. They were like really worried, like, oh my god, he's gonna meet Skrillex for the first time, he's gonna smell good. Yeah, oh, it's really cool. Like, I love him. He's a great person. He's super loving. He's awesome to work with. His intuition is crazy and how fast he works. And it's just, like, every time I'm in the studio with him, I feel like I learn so much. I think it would be Enter Shikari, because I used to listen to them all the time back in the day, and they make this mix of like hardcore metal, kind of emo, screamo-y stuff mixed with trance and dubstep. I saw them 10 times playing like in Germany. You used to go to their concerts. I actually draw like a lot of inspiration from them, like a lot of the like trancey arps and everything are like very inspired by them, and I just feel like it would fit together really well. They did a collab once that was like more drum and bass with the Chemists, and it sounds amazing, and like I would really love to do something with them. But I know they're like really kind of hard to get to because everyone who works for them is kind of like family. It's like a very close-knit community. But if I did that, then I could die happy. I feel like the easiest and most fun sort of has actually been with Mr. Bill, even though we never worked on anything properly in a studio like for a long time where we would like start the song in the studio and finish it there together. We always worked over the internet, but it was just really like when we did our first collaboration together, it was just like I would send him the stems, send it over, next day they'd get back to me, he had done something amazing to them, I keep working on it, send it back over, within like 3-4 days it was done, he did so much to it, I did so much to it. I just love his style and he's like very technical and I like that. That was just great to work with. I've been really enjoying More Kismet, Leotrix, Papakan, then there's some smaller ones like Nushi, Skybreak, Storyboard or Sharks. And like all of those I think are really dope and I really enjoy. Especially Leotrix. I think he's coming to the States this year finally, which is super dope because he deserves some attention.
Going down. Going down.
So I'm working on a bunch of stuff again right now. The last thing was the album deluxe edition. Right now I've made like a bunch of new stuff, but I haven't decided what to do with it yet. I would really like to make another album because the last one was a little bit, in the end, it was a little rushed because I was supposed to have more time and then I had to hand it in 1 month earlier all of a sudden because of Spotify playlisting. We had to hand it in earlier. So I think I could do better because I would really want to make like a more concept album where all the songs are connected to each other and there's even more of a story. Like now it's kind of like a little bit half-assed with like the intro and the outro kind of putting it into a frame, but then I would want like everything to be like properly connected. Because I used to listen to bands like Spock's Beard or Dream Theater where like the whole album would be one thing, and even like take things from that where you have like certain melodies or themes reappearing in different songs and stuff like that. I would kind of want to make the songs in a way where I could also do more of a live performance to it. Like I'm trying to like build a keyboard I could bring on stage and do some stuff in between the set where I don't just DJ all the time, but I also like play shit on a keyboard and do vocal chops, or I got this PlayStation controller where you can like use it as a MIDI controller, so you can like make drums on it and like do all kinds of cool stuff. Then building an album around that can use that in a live show would be cool. But I don't know when that's going to be done, so we'll see. There's also a remix I'm doing for Underscores, like the hyperpop artist I just talked about that they asked me to make, and that's done and should be coming out soon. And I'm really happy about it. There's actually this funny story attached where I did this live stream on Twitch once where I made this 10-minute challenge where I like made a beat in 10 minutes and someone uploaded it to YouTube, that little clip, and it got like 2 million views. And I recently looked at it and the person that uploaded it was the Underscores YouTube account. Like it was one of their first videos that they uploaded. And like now it's just like all their music and all their music videos, but that was like 7-8 years ago, and now they asked me to do a remix for them and I'm like, fuck yeah, and because I love their music. And then I found that they uploaded this video, so it makes complete sense. Like they were like following me since then, and that's super cool. I really can't believe it. You did it again. Sancho, go fuck yourself again.
Thank you.
We are the dopest motherfuckers.